Alright, here we are once again to your unique devotion. See, unique devotion, there it is. Today I'm going to read John chapter 20, verse 30 and 31. It's entitled, That You May Believe. And then, as always, I pose the question. So, here we go. And truly, Jesus did many other signs in the presence of his disciples, which are not written in this book. But these are written, that you may believe that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God, and that, believing, you may have life in his name. So, quick before the question, I think it's interesting that he points out that there were other signs done. There were other things that Jesus did, other marvelous things. But my guess is it's kind of repetitive to the point of, is it the signs that you need to see? How many signs do you need to see? Sort of seems like things get repeated a lot. The background, the questions that I see seem to kind of be a little repetitive. So if he showed you other stories and other signs, it would just be a continuation of things that are already written multiple times anyway. I think that's kind of why he points that out there. So, with that, the question that kind of stood out to me is, what do you believe? Now, in John chapter 19, verse 31 through 37, that same question popped out. And that's why I said, it looks like sometimes things get repeated. I think that's because, I've mentioned this before, he doesn't need us to have millions of things to do. That would bring us back to a state of being in the law, which Jesus has overcome the law. He wants us to see that it's a little simpler than that. That there's a lot of things going on from different angles and different perspectives. There's a lot of similarity too, sort of simplifying it, bringing it all back to just loving yourself with God and loving others with God. Oversimplification, but I think it hits the point. So, what do you believe? And not just about Jesus. Most importantly about Jesus. What do you believe as we're going through the crucifixion story here? But what other things in your life today that you come across, meeting people, doing things? What do you believe in the actions that you take and the things that you do today? Just, reaffirm yourself today through that question of what do you believe. On that note, I hope God gives you all the blessings you deserve, and even more so, all the blessings you don't deserve. Have a wonderful day. I hope to see you tomorrow.